People try to go from below average income to wealthy. Nah, just try to step by step. That's also P.
Tai Lopez is an American entrepreneur, investor, motivational speaker, and online personality based in Los Angeles, California. Tai says that to be successful, you have to find out what motivates you.
You will be great if you practice and train and get a little luck and a little fate on your side.
Drives you to work beyond the normal hours. He says you must also then have the right tools to help you be successful. Find the people and the resources that you need to make the thing that motivates you into a success. Do these, and you get yourself on a path toward a successful life.
The billionaire Warren Buffett says, the more you learn, the more you earn.
Scarcity stop you from pursuing your dreams, but also realize that if you get too far into debt, it can be incredibly difficult to ever get yourself out. Be focused on your dreams.
The grind is necessary, work is necessary, but it's never a goal. It's a necessity.
But don't hinder yourself in the process by letting these chains hold you down for life. Practice is also important, he says, for success. Without practice, you will most likely fail in those crucial moments because you haven't prepared yourself to handle the moment. Training is a vital part of success, he says. Motivate yourself to get out when others are sleeping, work when others are tired, and practice.
So I try to do something for society. I'm not perfect, but I can list a tangible benefit to society for me being on the planet, and I think everybody should have that.
So that in the moments that count, you will be ready to achieve success. Tai also believes that in order to be successful, you must find something people want and hang on to it. Let the value of what you have increase until you are ready to give it to others.
Money, I don't call it money anymore. I call it fuel units. You must have enough fuel units to live out your dream and to live out your destiny.
No college degree. And what changed my life was knowing how to motivate myself. These three things I'm gonna share right now. The number one thing that I learned, that you can learn, that will change your life, you have to know what motivates you. And it's different for different people. You might not care about cars. You know, you might like travel or freedom from a 9-to-5 job. Whatever your thing is, find out your mix. I wish the school system had taught us this. You know, we learn so many things that we don't need in school. You learn isosceles triangles and the history of Mesopotamia, but what about how to be productive, overcome procrastination, figure out what motivates you? For me, it's a mix of a little bit of materialistic things, some non-materialistic things like freedom and travel, ability to help other people, help my family, help charities. That mix gets me out of bed every day, and you gotta know yours. Number two thing you have to know, I call this my Scarface entrance because it looks like, if you've ever seen Scarface. The number two thing you have to know is you need to have the right tools. You can't just say, I'm gonna motivate myself, I'm not gonna procrastinate. It doesn't work that way. The brain doesn't work that way. In fact, I traveled the world, I found mentors, and I got them to teach me the best of what they knew. And I found 67 tools, I call it the 67 step, allowed me to begin to go from nothing to something. You might have a lot of ideas in your head. Ideas are just ideas, they're just intangibles until you take some action. Trying to get insight and see life as a puzzle, and your goal in life is to seek the adventures that piece the puzzle together so that at the end of your life, you kind of get it. I feel like most people don't get what life is. Like, think about it. It's like, what is life? Like, why are we driven with some basic instincts? What's the purpose, you know? So all these things have kind of led me down this bizarre place, and here I am with you. So yeah, I always say health, wealth, love, happiness, like kind of in that order. If you're not healthy, you won't care about anything. So I figured health is the trump card. The reason I put money second over love, it doesn't mean like you should try to get rich before love. If you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, classic kind of way to be happy, there's 5 levels to Maslow. So the bottom one is physiological or physical needs have to be met: food, shelter, water. The second one is safety. You have to feel safe. The third one is love. And because if you don't have physical and safety right, you don't care about love. I need to practice. Remember, before the day comes, you got to practice. You cannot be standing at the free throw line playing professional basketball in the 7th game of the NBA championship and to hope right then you're going to be practicing. Practice is too late. Larry Bird the great basketball player, he used to shoot, 1,000 free throws, 8 in the morning. My friend Adon Ravine trains a lot of the pro basketball players. LeBron James, he trains Durant, Kobe, Chris Paul. And he says these guys are up when everybody else is sleeping, they're practicing. So everything you want is going to entail a good bit of practice. And again, that's the opposite of mentality that most people have. Warren Buffett has the same thing. He buys businesses that he would want to hold on to forever. You got to get good. We talked about this, getting good at one thing. But this guy was saying, I've heard this is a new, remember I said you got to create voices in your head? This is a voice. This Jack Simplot. They even put it on the back of the book. Grab a hold to something and hang on. Now, what I'm showing you today, these 3 tips, is not just about money, but it certainly needs to apply to money, because to get the good life, to get what you want, you're gonna have to have health, wealth, love, and happiness all working in your favor. If you feel like you're here, I got good news and bad news. The good news is I've been in these stages and there's a way out. You can recover, you can rise up. The bad news, the billionaire Warren Buffett gave when he said, be careful of getting too far behind. Be careful of procrastinating and letting yourself stay here, because he says sometimes the chains of habit become, they're too weak to be felt until they're too strong to be broken. Meaning sometimes you're here and you're like, well, life's not going that well for me, but I'll recover. But he said they're like chains. You don't feel them at first. They're like addictions and habits, procrastination, not knowing how to motivate yourself, not really pushing yourself to your maximum potential.